Let's start by some theoretical definitions and information about USB. We all like practice, but some theory is important to have a solid base for the practice. So don't worry, I'll try to make the theory as short as possible. The Universal Serial Bus USB. USB is a standard that defines multiple protocols, or let's say different versions of a protocol. The main purpose of this protocol is to transfer data between one host and multiple devices. The devices are also called peripherals. And USB is used not only to transfer data, but also to transfer power. So you may be able to power a USB device up only by connecting the device to a USB port. In addition to that, USB defines the specifications of USB cables and connectors. To summarize that, the USB Serial Bus USB is a standard that defines specifications for serial communication protocols, cables and connectors to transfer data and power typically between computers and devices. USB is a highly reliable industry standard, so it's designed to work safely with all kinds of sensitive applications like the medical applications, for example. And behind this high reliability stand some big names who invented and developed the USB standards like Microsoft, Intel, IBM and some others. So really big names and big companies. Going back to the last decades, in the old days, we already had different communication protocols, so why was the USB invented? USB was designed to standardize, improve and simplify the connection and communication between computers and devices or peripherals. Let me show you that in more details. Here you can see a very small and simplified set of communication protocols that were very common in the previous decades. Or in more accurate words, here you can see the different connectors and cables of the different protocols that were very common in the last decades. So for example, this pink, or I don't know what this color is, so this is for the LPT port or the printer port. This is the COM port or the serial protocol port. These two ports are for mouse and keyboard, the PS2 ports, etc. So in few words, the communication between computers and devices in the past had many communication protocols. So to be able to send data or receive data from the computer, you had multiple choices, or let's say you could use different and multiple protocols to achieve that. So as we have just seen, we have multiple different protocols like the LPT parallel protocol or the COM serial protocol, etc. And because we had many different communication protocols, we had also many different ports for the different protocols. And different ports means consequently many different cables for the different protocols and ports. And also because we have many different communication protocols, we should have also different drivers for the different protocols. If you are old enough, you can remember that every device you buy will be shipped with a CD-ROM that includes the driver of this device. And you should install this driver to be able to use that device. And after installing the driver of the device, it was very common that a computer restart was required to recognize the new device. And in addition to all of that, the number of ports was very limited, and adding an extension was really expensive. So here I just tried to mention a few words about the communication between host and devices in the last decades. But nowadays you can clearly see that this is not the situation anymore. Today, it's very common that your computer will only have multiple USB ports like this. And you can use this USB port to connect any kind of devices. So it doesn't matter if it's a network device, a keyboard, an audio device, a printer, a tablet, a writing device, a camera, it doesn't really matter. You can connect all different devices to your computer directly with this USB cable. And most likely in a couple of seconds you will be good to go and use this device without any driver installation or without any host restart. This is really cool. Here I don't want to go into details of the features of USB. I just wanted to show you that USB replaces all other different protocols. And these days you can connect all kind of devices to your host or to your computer by only using USB. You probably don't need anything else to connect your devices to your computer.